Hey guys, Emily here with Curate the Details. I'm sharing my journey about starting an online business, making home decor and household items. And I'm posting videos about the business side and then also trying to learn how to create custom silicone molds to make custom concrete products like these. So everyday tea light holder, custom silicone mold to make a tea light holder in concrete. And then decorative items. So I used this to make a two-part silicone mold to create a decorative sphere. So I'll be posting more of these videos about this in the future, but today is the business side, and I'm just talking about how I got my EIN with the IRS. So I'm just gonna hop on here to www.irs.gov. I noticed there's a lot of other sites that make it look like it's the irs.gov site, but it's not. So I was careful to make sure I got on the right one. I just am going to navigate to apply for an employer identification number, EIN, and click that link. I thought it was interesting here, they actually have hours of operation, even though you're not talking with a direct individual or working with a direct individual, you're just literally applying online. So it talks about making sure that you're fitting the eligibility requirements and just going over some general information. So I started with apply online now. The next screen gives you more information about their EIN assistant or how they refer to it. They also have a link here that says, do I need an EIN? At the end of this video, I'll share why I decided it was a good idea to get an EIN number, even though I technically didn't have to. It started off by asking what type of legal structure I was applying for, which was an LLC that I created in my previous video. Gives you some general information about what an LLC is and what it's not. And the next screen simply is asking how many members in the LLC and the state. So I have one and state of Idaho. Then you just need to confirm your selection. The last part in the first section titled Identify is to list why you're requesting an EIN. Although I initially was going to select started a new business because I am, my CPA advised me to select banking purposes, as she said that it keeps the IRS from expecting certain filings. So that's what I did. In section 2 of this process for authenticating, I simply need to put all of my information because I am going to be the responsible party of Curate the Details, LLC. You need to provide the physical location. I went ahead and did that because this is not public record. The final part of the third section of addresses is to simply put down your mailing address, which I had a PO box, so I provided that. Moving on to section 4 about the details, needed to provide the legal name, county, territory, and when the LLC started. I paid close attention to the last part there of the LLC start date. I was required to put down the month and the year, and I believe that that is based on when your LLC is approved with the Secretary of State. And I applied in March and I was approved in March, so that's easy. But if I had applied maybe towards the end of February, say, and I assumed that I would be approved in February, but it was towards the end of February and I really didn't get it approved until March, I wouldn't want to put down the wrong month. So I wanted to wait until I was actually approved so I had the correct information. The next part asked me a bunch of general questions, to which my response was no for all of them. The next screen asked what my business does, and it's simply retail, and I'm only selling online. The final part in section 4 of the details, I just needed to state that I was selling my goods exclusively over the internet. I love the flexibility of the EIN confirmation. You can either get it by mail or you can get it online, to which I wanted to receive the letter online, and I just saved it as a PDF. Now, to follow up from what I mentioned earlier, I wasn't required to get an EIN based on the information that the IRS provided in the beginning of this process. However, now that I have an EIN number, I can use it to open a bank account, When I'm applying for business licenses, I can use it, and I will also use it on my tax return. So considering this part was free, that was a no-brainer for me that I would get an EIN. So that was my process for getting an EIN for Curate the Details. Thanks for watching. Drop any questions or comments you have down below, and I hope to see you soon.